responsible. Let's not jump the gun. Here's the latest coming in. Kamath refers to the SC order in Karnataka MLA's case to say that the SC disapproved the petitioners in the case, leapfrogging to the Supreme Court, bypassing the High Court. And then Justice Tan says a party challenging disqualification is required to first approach the High Court. Kamath reading from that decision. Justice Tan says we are aware of that. Right now there is no disqualification. The process of election of Speaker is being discussed as we speak. There is no question of no confidence in the Speaker. Nilashish.
Well, Devdutt Kamath again addressing this point here at this point, Pranesh, that there is no question of calling a special session just because of this bogey of no confidence. Of course, clearly rubbishing the claim of the Shinde camp here, Devdutt Kamath, saying that there is no question of calling a special session for what he calls, as far as the no confidence motion is concerned, a bogey. Now, clearly they are contesting the manner in which any sort of resolution, or as Abha Singh ji says, an intent was passed for the Deputy Speaker. Now it says that there are rules, and legislative rules do not allow such sort of a session to be called just based on what they have what the Shinde faction has given as a resolution for the removal or no confidence against the Deputy Speaker. So the arguments still continue as far as the Deputy Speaker's role is concerned, and the Nabam Rabia judgment continues to be in question as to whether or not the facts in that case are similar to the facts in this case, and whether they can actually be applied. Also, Abhishek Manu Singhvi had spoken about the Kyoto Holohan case, and whether or not that can be applicable as well, whether there are similarities, whether they can be distinguished, and a fresh precedent or a fresh set of rules need to be drawn out when these particular set of circumstances and facts are concerned.
Abha Singh, very quickly, where do you stand on the genuineness and the authenticity bit of the argument by both sides?
You know, your correspondent was talking of Mebam Rabia versus Deputy Speaker Arunachal Pradesh. I'm just digressing, but this is very important that in that case also, you know, who can call, the governor will issue the summons to assemble the assembly, and there on 3rd November 2015, the governor issued summons for convening the assembly, and then notice for a removal of speaker was moved on November 11, 2015. So that is how it goes. First, the governor under 174 of the article of the constitution first summons. So without governor summoning, you cannot introduce a motion for the disqualification of the deputy speaker. So if I go by these things, then the law is absolutely on Shiv Sena's side. On the speaker's side, the deputy speaker cannot be removed by the Supreme Court in this manner. And if we come to the genuineness, of course, when it has not been introduced in the assembly, then this issue can always be raised. The email.
Right. So that's your view on that question, ma'am. More coming in from the courtroom. Kamath says, where is the question of calling a special session? Just because of this bogey of no confidence on frivolous charges, rules have to be followed. There are rules, and the legislative rules do not allow to express no confidence on Chief Minister. No reason is to be given. But as far as Speaker is concerned, please see Article 179. The word used is removal. For removal, reasons have to be given. Members can't merely say they have no confidence. It is only on charge. To this, Justice Tan says we are contemplating some order. The time to reply for MLAs is 5:30. Is there a deadline? So the judge now asking all sides, is there a deadline that has been set by the Deputy Speaker? The deadline is 5:30 this evening, which is one of the principal contentions being raised by the Shinde camp, that the procedure that is laid down, is established, was not followed. Only a 48-hour deadline was given by the Deputy Speaker for the MLAs to respond. Nilashish.
Well, yes, absolutely. That is the question that's now being put, and Dr. Rajiv Dhawan, in fact, appearing for the Speaker, is saying...
Okay, here's the order. Harish Nair sending us... Okay, 1 minute. This is big news. The court has says notice will be issued. Justice Tan says we are contemplating some order. The time to reply for MLAs is 5:30. Is there a deadline? This is what he asked after Kamath made his last point, and now Harish Nair, our legal editor, who is inside the courtroom, has just flashed. He says order, issue notice. So the petition, the notice will be sent to Deputy Speaker, Secretary State, State Legislative Assembly, State of Maharashtra Ajay Chaudhary.